Have you ever wondered, while we lie still in bed, the Earth is racing through space at nearly 30 kilometers per second, quietly orbiting the Sun? No sound, no trace, just a silent journey across the cosmos, where every breath we take is written into that eternal path. Tonight, let Smart Sleep tell you the story of one Earth year, a wondrous revolution where light, darkness, and life intertwine. You'll see that within the vast stillness, tiny rhythms of breath keep the entire world in motion. If you love those gentle yet profound moments of discovery before drifting to sleep, subscribe to Smart Sleep so that each night we can float together through the universe and listen to our planet whisper, "Silence is only an illusion." That phrase drifts like a soft breath in the night, a note that makes us pause and listen to the stillness of the world, only to realize that it is not truly still. We often think we are sitting motionless, lying quietly in a small room, perhaps hearing the ticking of a clock or the whisper of wind through a crack. Yet in the infinite expanse of space, the Earth, that tiny blue home we call our own, is hurtling along at nearly 30 kilometers per second, revolving around the Sun on an endless journey. A journey with no wheels, no sound, no departure, and no destination. A silence so profound that, without knowledge, we would never realize we are in motion. Isn't it strange? We are born and raised in motion, yet we always feel still. And it is precisely this stillness that makes us forget that life exists only through movement. From the blood coursing through our veins to the rotation of our planet, everything is vibrating, changing, and shifting with every passing moment. Silence is but a thin veil of perception, like standing in a dense forest, thinking it is still, while millions of creatures live, breathe, and create a symphony of life too subtle for human ears to detect. In the vacuum of space, sound cannot travel. The air, the medium of speech, laughter, and music, is completely absent. And thus, the universe may seem quiet, but that very stillness is the stage for the most intense motions. Solar winds racing at millions of kilometers per hour, protons colliding with Earth's magnetic field to create dazzling auroras, meteors streaking through space along chaotic paths. Everything is in motion, stirring in a silence beyond human hearing. When we say, "The Earth is rushing," we often picture it as a round sphere orbiting the Sun. Yet in truth, it dances along an elliptical path. Not perfect, not circular, sometimes closer, sometimes farther. Along every stretch of this journey, speed shifts, light changes, and time pulse differently. Remarkably, on this voyage, every atom on our skin vibrates ever so slightly. Every particle of matter in our body, every cell, every tiny electron participates in this cosmic dance. We are not outside observers. We are part of the journey itself. Have you ever wondered, if we could hear the frequency of the planet, what would it sound like? Perhaps a very subtle, deep hum, like a distant meditation melody, what astronomers call the song of the Earth. Each planet in our solar system has its own oscillating frequency, and so does our Earth. Magnetic fields, plasma waves, light, and solar winds all combine into a tune no human ear is fine enough to perceive. But perhaps our hearts can, when we sit quietly, close our eyes, and listen to our own breath. Sometimes we sense a drifting rhythm, a tiny vibration of the universe resonating within us. The Earth's journey around the Sun takes exactly 1 year, Yet from an emotional perspective, it is a circle of inner transformations. Each passing season is a chapter of life. Spring as a beginning, summer as an explosion, autumn as reflection, winter as contemplation. We live alongside these seasons, rarely noticing that they are the heartbeat of the planet. When Earth's axis tilts toward the light, we have long sun-drenched days. When it tilts away, long, cold nights. This tilt, seemingly small, is the source of all temporal emotions, memories, poetry, and dreams. If the Earth's axis stood upright, there would be no seasons, no cherry blossoms, no harvests, no rainy nights to stir tears. Just a tiny tilt of 23.4 degrees, small yet monumental, shapes the story of life. We often forget that all miracles come from slight shifts. It is this tilt that gives the world color, curves, and feeling. Perhaps every person also has a tilt, something that makes us unique, vibrant, and imperfect, yet strangely authentic. And in this silent journey, we are not alone. The moon, our loyal companion, still orbits Earth, drawing the tides, swaying emotions, and influencing our sleep rhythms. Every full moon, human heartbeats rise slightly, dreams deepen. Jupiter, with its colossal mass, stands far away like an elder brother, shielding Earth from wandering asteroids. This solar system is a family, each planet a role, a piece of the silent symphony. And among all, Earth, the only planet that can ask questions of itself, drifts quietly, both humble and proud. Silence is only an illusion, because within every stillness, countless microsounds go unheard. Like in moments of human solitude, we seem quiet, yet our minds overflow with thoughts. We never truly stand still, because the human soul spins, shifts, tilts, and drifts in rhythm with the universe. Stillness is like the surface of a lake, but beneath, the world vibrates. This realization shows us that peace is not found when everything stops moving, but when we accept movement. Just as we sit quietly in the night, aware that Earth is drifting, yet feel safe, because we trust in the orbit. We trust the unseen laws that keep everything in delicate balance. And perhaps life itself is similar. We don't need to stand still. We just need to drift along our own path. Perhaps the silent journey of Earth is also a metaphor for each of us. Every day, we wake, work, love, despair, and begin again, seemingly unchanged. Yet each revolution leaves a subtle mark on our souls. Like Earth, each year leaves a trace of cosmic dust, a glimmer of new light. And so we grow slowly, quietly, without noise. When we gaze at the night sky, seeing the twinkling stars, we are looking into the past. That light may have traveled hundreds or thousands of years to reach our eyes. The universe we behold is not what is happening now, but what once happened, a once existing in the present. Time in the cosmos is a strange spiral, connected yet fragmented. And amid these layers, tiny humans on Earth dare to ask, who are we on this journey? The answer may never be complete, but the courage to ask distinguishes us, for in the stillness of the universe, we are the only echoes aware of ourselves. From when humanity first gazed at the moon and crafted myths, to when we set foot upon it, we remain children staring at the sky, yet contemplating existence. Imagine, every night we sleep, our bodies still rotate with Earth, moving through space at an imperceptible speed. In sleep, we are still traveling, not in dreams, but in reality, Between dream and reality, perhaps no boundary exists. Even when still, the planet moves. Even when asleep, time flows. Even when silent, the universe sings. Some seek peace by leaving noise behind, yet few realize true quiet lies amidst motion. Like earth rushing without sound, like the heart beating without breaking the night stillness, we need not stop to find peace. We need only recognize we drift and remain serene. Perhaps that is the lesson the planet teaches us daily. Nothing stands still forever, yet every motion contains a point of stillness. Like when you sit in the night, close your eyes, feel your breath, and hear your heartbeat. That is the sun within you, a quiet source of energy that keeps you spinning, living, loving. Earth revolves around the sun revolves around the center of the Milky Way, and the Milky Way drifts through vast space. Everything moves, yet no one knows where it is going, and perhaps that does not matter. What matters is that along this journey, we can feel, resonate, and love, for only through love can we hear the echo of the universe in our hearts. Tonight, if you gaze at the sky, remember, you drift with Earth, traveling with billions of other beings around the Sunday. A silent, yet magnificent journey. Every breath you take contains oxygen that touched leaves, crossed oceans, and was created by sunlight. Every atom in your body was once stardust. Indeed, we are born from the ashes of stars that exploded billions of years ago. You are not merely looking at the universe, you are part of it. So when you hear, silence is only an illusion, remember that stillness is not the absence of motion, but the harmony with motion. When we merge with this rhythm, fear disappears, loneliness fades, like a drop dissolving into the ocean. It does not vanish, it becomes everything. We, too, when surrendered to Earth's journey, are not swept away but lifted, living fully in the rhythm of time. And as this video ends, as the sound fades, you may close your eyes and let Earth continue its voyage. No effort, no worry, just let the silence embrace you. For perhaps, at this very moment, millions of stars are watching, smiling at the stillness we call sleep. And while we drift along Earth's sleep through the galaxy, this planet continues another, subtler, more intricate motion, yet just as beautiful as a classical symphony, composed perfectly over billions of years. We have spoken of silence, the illusion of stillness in a world that never stops spinning. But tonight, let's go deeper. Let's look at the orbit, the path Earth has chosen to dance around the Sunday. For there, hidden in the shape of a discrete ellipse, lies a long story of misunderstandings, discoveries, and realizations that awakened humanity from a millennia-long false dream. The orbit is not circular. This may sound like a minor astronomical detail, but in truth, it is one of the most subtle proofs that the universe does not favor perfection. We, with our love of order, circles, and symmetry, once believed Earth circled the sun in a perfect round path. Since ancient times, humans have seen the circle as divine, round as the sun, the moon, time cycles, and life's eternal ring. To the human mind, the universe must be perfect, and perfection, naturally, must be circular. When Kepler appeared in the 17th century, with a pen and rudimentary calculations, he did more than change astronomy. He changed how humanity perceives truth. He said, "No, the planet's orbits are not circular, but elliptical." With this single statement, a paradise of belief collapsed. The ellipse, slightly distorted, slightly imperfect, is the true language of the heavens. does not revolve perfectly around the sun. It swings around a focal point where the sun resides. Sometimes Earth moves closer perihelion, usually in early January, when our planet is about 147 million kilometers from the Sunday. Sometimes it moves farther, aphelion, around early July, at nearly 152 million kilometers away. 5 million kilometers, a vast number to us, yet in cosmic scale, only a tiny vibration in the great dance. Yet this slight change alters Earth's speed, faster when near the sun, slower when far. This is Kepler's second law, the law of areas where each planet sweeps equal areas in equal times. Earth accelerates, then slows. Yet the journey maintains a strangely steady rhythm. Amazingly, this imperfection creates balance. Like life, deviations, flaws, and imperfections make everything real. If the orbit were a perfect circle, all seasons would be alike, all cycles monotonous, sunlight never changing. Yet humble Earth, on its elliptical path, experiences variety, rhythm, tempo, and phases of speed. Because of this, the planet feels. Each year, Earth does not merely circle the sun. It breathes, contracting, expanding, like a living being. But what misled humanity for millennia was not only the orbit's shape, but the cause of the seasons. Our simple, easily deceived intuition led generations to believe summer came when Earth was closest to the sun, winter when farther. It seemed logical. Closer means warmer, farther means colder. Yet the universe, the ultimate master of metaphor, delights in paradox. In reality, Earth is closest to the sun in January, the middle of winter for the northern hemisphere. Meanwhile, in July, when the northern hemisphere basks in heat, we are farther from the sun than ever. This truth, simple yet profound, baffled philosophers, priests, and scholars for centuries. Hundreds of years of debate, thousands of nights of stargazing were needed before humanity realized that the true cause of the seasons is not distance, but axial tilt, that small 23.4 degree angle, enough to transform the entire world. A mere tilt alters light distribution, changes incidence angles, modifies energy received, and thus the seasons are born. When the northern hemisphere tilts toward the sun, sunlight falls more directly, days grow longer, the air warms. This is summer. When the northern hemisphere tilts away, sunlight arrives at an angle, spreading thin, energy diminishes. This is winter, a principle so simple it's almost comical, yet it deceived humanity for so long. In truth, that phrase, deceived humanity, carries a deeper philosophy. The universe never intended to mislead us. It is we, in our innocence and pride, who fool ourselves with what seems right. We trust feelings more than reason, proximity more than tilt, appearances more than reality. Just as in life, we often think happiness comes from drawing closer to what we love. Yet sometimes, only by stepping back and viewing things from a tilted perspective can we see the full picture. Perhaps the Earth's tilt is a lesson in love, perception, and living. Sometimes being closer is not better, and distance is what creates wonder. In the darkness of the Middle Ages, when humans believed Earth was the center of the universe, the idea that this planet was imperfect, not central, without supreme authority, was considered heresy. Yet Galileo, Copernicus, Kepler, and others dared to face the truth. Earth is only one among many planets, orbiting the sun along a crooked, imperfect path. From this, humanity learned that truth is not always neat and round. There are distorted, rough, and awkward realities that are nonetheless profoundly accurate. Perhaps this is what makes the universe beautiful. It is real, unadorned. Have you noticed that every motion in the universe follows a rhythm, yet never perfectly synchronizes? Like music, if every note were identical, the melody would be boring. It is the differences in pitch, tempo, and volume that create harmony. Earth, too, moves in this way. In its journey around the sun, it does not travel uniformly, speeding up when near, slowing when far. Yet, in this oscillation, it maintains overall balance, a music of motion where every distance, velocity, and tilt is a note. When Kepler wrote his laws, he did not merely find formulas, he discovered the music of the planets, what he called musica universalis. To him, the universe was a grand orchestra, and Earth, on its elliptical orbit, sang its own part. If we reflect this imagery onto our lives, we see ourselves moving in our own elliptical orbits. Sometimes we are near someone, sometimes far. Sometimes our hearts beat fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes we shine brightly, quietly. Yet in total, the journey forms a closed circle. We revolve around what we love, maintaining our own rhythm. The imperfection of the orbit does not make the planet stray. It gives it rhythm, it gives it story. Perhaps human imperfection is what allows us to feel, to live. When Kepler published his laws, the world was not ready. People of that era could not accept that Earth had no privilege, no perfect circle. But he trusted data, trusted observation, believing true beauty lies in the logic of nature, not in human imagination. This statement, voiced in the 17th century, remains valuable today. Even in the modern era with satellites, telescopes, and precise data, we are still easily deceived by sensation. We still believe happiness comes from proximity, instead of realizing that sometimes it arrives merely by tilting at the right angle to catch the light. If you look at the night sky, have you noticed that the sun never stands directly overhead at the same latitude throughout the year? It slowly shifts from north to south, then back from south to north, tracing a curve across the sky, the projection of Earth's tilt and elliptical orbit. Because of this, we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Thanks to it, time gains rhythm, and human memory has 4 seasons. Without this tilt, life would lack poetry. Imagine a world without seasons, without change, only alternating day and night. Who would write poems? Who would remember the scent of a June afternoon or the chill of a December morning? Thus, the small truth about axial tilt, seemingly just a scientific detail, is the reason human hearts resonate with the seasons. Each year, as spring arrives, our hearts open slightly. In autumn, a subtle sadness creeps in. In winter, we retreat inward. And in summer, excitement rises. Not by coincidence, but through the harmony of nature and biology. Sunlight changes hormone levels in the brain, influencing serotonin and melatonin, and therefore emotions, sleep, and rhythm of life. A small, unconscious tilt of a planet holds the power to sway the soul. Orbits are not circular. It may sound like a flaw, but in truth, it is this imperfection that creates perfection. The universe does not need symmetry to be beautiful. It is beautiful because it is honest, existing as it is. Perhaps the greatest lesson Earth teaches through its elliptical journey is learning to accept our own deviations. We are not round, not perfect, yet we can maintain our own orbit, still revolve around what warms us our own Sunday. If we look closer, the elliptical journey also holds a philosophy of time. Each year, Earth returns nearly to the same position, yet never exactly. The orbit shifts slightly, the axis wobbles, time flows, and every revolution is unique. Like life, we think we repeat. Yet every year, every day, every breath differs. No journey is identical. No night mirrors another. Each planetary cycle is a variation of an endless melody, and we, mere specks of dust, are invited to participate. Tonight, as you close your eyes, imagine lying on Earth with billions of tons of rock below, spinning, moving along this elliptical path. Imagine, right now, the planet tilting slightly to greet tomorrow's light. Everything unfolds perfectly, even if not perfectly round, and perhaps therein lies comfort. Within this imperfection, an invisible order operates. When Kepler gazed at the night sky centuries ago, he heard no sound, yet he saw rhythm. He saw that within the orbit's distortion lay profound subtlety. Like the universe's breath, he wrote, "Nature delights in simplicity, and simplicity lies not in circles, but in law." Perhaps we are still learning to understand this. We always seek circles in life, complete, closed, perfect. Yet sometimes, only by embracing a slightly skewed ellipse do we truly find our own orbit. Perhaps this is what Earth whispers to us each night, as we lie still along its silent elliptical path, that truth does not lie in the circle, but in the tilt. Life does not lie in stillness, but in motion. Beauty does not lie in perfection, but in cherished deviations. Let tonight, as music ends and lights dim, bring a gentle smile to your face. You too are spinning, tilting, living like Earth not round, yet complete. And that is what makes you, me, and this little planet magical. When we understand that Earth is not perfectly round, that its journey around the sun is an elliptical melody with many notes, we begin to see that every motion in the universe carries subtlety. Yet one detail is even more wondrous, silent, and vital than the orbit itself. The 23.4 degrees tilt of our blue planet, a small number, almost unbelievable, yet the key allowing the world to live, flourish, feel, and dream. If the orbit is the sun's embrace, the axial tilt is Earth's heartbeat. It does not merely rotate light, it rotates moods, weather, seasons, and even human dreams. The 23.4 degrees tilt is the key that turns sunlight. The phrase seems simple, yet, if you listen closely, it contains the long symphony of time and life. Earth does not stand straight as it circles the Sunday. It tilts slightly, just enough to transform the universe from a cold machine into a stage of 4 seasons, where all living things dance to the rhythm of light. That tilt makes the sun rise at different points each day, set at a different angle, so every day of the year is ever so unique. The path of sunlight never repeats exactly, just as we never live 2 identical days. This variation gives the world rhythm, poetry, and a sense of time. If Earth stood upright, the sun would always rise at the same place, casting the same light everywhere, all year. No spring, no winter, no golden autumn, no blazing summer. Trees would grow uniformly, no flowering, no leaf shedding, no fruiting. Oceans would lack cyclical currents, and the climate would become monotonous, even harsh. A straight standing planet has no rhythm, yet because Earth tilts, light is shared differently each month, allowing the world to change, rest, and begin anew. Imagine, in June, when the northern hemisphere tilts toward the sun, sunlight stretches long, shadows shorten, and afternoons feel endless. Fields of rice brim with life, migratory birds return, and humans feel uplifted. 6 months later, as Earth tilts away, the sun recedes, days shorten, and nights lengthen. Cold descends, and life withdraws, preparing for winter's sleep. From the smallest organism to humans, all adjust silently to this tilt, a synchronized dance without words. We say, axial tilt stretches day and night. Yet few realize it also stretches human emotional rhythms. Light warms not only the body but the soul. Sunlight entering the eyes awakens the brain's serotonin-producing region, generating happiness and vitality. As light fades, darkness spreads. The brain secretes melatonin, inviting sleep and dreams. Each of our days waking, resting, follows the tilt. Each season, each year, the change of light moves human moods. Summer brings energy, winter introspection. In low-light regions, people may experience seasonal depression, proof that a tiny tilt can shift the emotional world. The axial tilt governs not only human biological rhythm, but the entire ecosystem. Every species, plants, fish, birds, insects, programs life according to daylight cycles. Trees know when to sprout, shed leaves, or hibernate. Birds know when to migrate, fish when to spawn, and butterflies when to emerge. All of these are triggered by day length, a direct product of axial tilt. That tilt acts as a massive biological clock, silently operating within every living cell. No hands, no chimes, yet precise to the second. You might think, only 23.4 degrees? But imagine if it changed. If the tilt increased to 30 degrees, seasons would become extreme, scorching summers, bitter winters. If it decreased to 10 degrees, seasonal differences nearly vanish. Climate flattens, and life must adapt or perish. This just right tilt is a miracle, not too hot to scorch, not too cold to freeze, just enough for the planet to sing the proper melody of life. Even more wondrous, the axial tilt is not fixed. It wobbles slightly, like a spinning top. This cycle spans tens of thousands of years, what scientists call precession. This gentle sway contributes to historical climate shifts, ice ages, natural warming periods. Every minor tilt variation is a variation note in the planet's long symphony. The universe never stands still. It always moves, adjusts, like a patient musician tuning strings. And while we sleep, that tilt continues its work. No awareness required, no intervention needed. Every sunrise is evidence of this silent motion. Step outside one morning and watch the sun rise. You will notice today's light falls slightly differently than yesterday's in angle, color, and warmth. A signal from the universe that everything is changing, even if unseen. If you live near the equator, the sun nearly passes overhead all year, and day and night are almost equal. In temperate zones, you feel the tilt. In summer, the sun sets late. In winter, it vanishes early. Near the poles, tilt displays its power. Places with weeks without sunrise, long northern nights. places with endless sunlight, southern white days, small on paper, yet majestic in reality. It produces auroras, snow, deserts of light, and endless nights. We say, axial tilt feeds crops, ripens fields. Indeed, no tilt, no seasons, no agriculture. Humans, the so-called most intelligent species, depend entirely on this rotation. Thousands of years ago, before calendars, ancestors watched the sun, tracked shadows, and knew when to sow and harvest. They did not need to know 4 degrees, but they felt the tilt in the breath of the land. From these observations, humans created calendars, festivals, and the concept of the year. That tilt inadvertently taught humanity to measure time, to wait, to trust the season's return. Even in culture and spirituality, axial tilt is a hidden foundation. Most ancient structures, from Egyptian pyramids, Stonehenge, to Cham towers in Southeast Asia, were aligned according to the sun on solstices and equinoxes. They were set according to Earth's axial tilt. Ancients understood that mastering this tilt meant understanding the rhythm of the heavens. And when you understand the rhythm of the heavens, you live in harmony with nature. Think more broadly. All civilizations, religions, and agricultural calendars stem from the motion of light. And that light source of life, source of belief, is governed by the 23.4 degrees tilt. It is the invisible thread connecting humans to the cosmos, biology to astronomy, science to emotion. When we look up at the sun, we are looking along the tilt, conversing with the planet's rotation. Perhaps what makes the axial tilt most poetic is not the science, but the way it serves as a metaphor for human life. Each of us has our own axis, a guiding line that keeps our lives balanced. Yet no one is perfectly straight. Every person tilts a little, shaped by experience, emotions, and past wounds. And it is this tilt that allows us to see the light. If we stood perfectly upright, if life were completely balanced, we might never know sunsets, sunrises, or the gentle shifts of time. Like Earth, our tilt makes us live, feel, and be real. You might notice that a cheerful person often tilts toward the light. They find joy in the small things. A more reflective person leans toward the shadows, seeing life through the haze of thought. Yet, whatever the direction of the tilt, as long as the axis is maintained, one remains steady. Earth tilts, yet does not fall. It spins for billions of years with unwavering stability, and in that tilt, it nurtures all life. Perhaps the greatest lesson is this: tilting is not weakness, but a way to endure. If you have ever walked through a summer rice field, watching the stalks bow in the wind, you understand the beauty of that tilt. They bend not from weight, but from fullness. When full of meaning, humans are the same. Humble, deliberate, gentle, like Earth. The more we tilt, the more we share light. These days, as the world spins ever faster, humans seem to forget that we are moving to the rhythm of a tilt. When tired, lost, or disoriented, perhaps all we need is to look up at the sun, reminding ourselves that a planet tilts so we may experience day and night, light and shadow. Its rotation continues despite chaos. A gentle reminder: keep your own rhythm, no matter how the world tilts. In the darkness, when you hear wind through the window, the ticking of a clock, and feel everything still, remember that the axial tilt is at work. it still rotates light, moves the sun along the ecliptic, balances heat and cold, and ensures you have seasons to love, rest, and begin anew. And as you drift to sleep, melatonin is released in your body, a direct gift from that small tilt. You live, breathe, and dream, in step with the planet, a grand lullaby composed by the universe for humanity. Earth does not need to be perfect to nurture life. It only needs to tilt slightly, just enough. And like us, we need not always be right, nor always stand upright. We need only maintain our axis, our core, and tilt to find our light. 23.4 degrees, a number that seems trivial, is proof of a simple miracle. A small deviation can create life, and with just a little light, even darkness becomes gentle. Tonight, if your heart feels unsteady, let Earth be your guide. Tilt, but do not break, for perhaps it is this very tilt that allows you to see another sky where light still waits. If you simply turn yourself the right way. As we speak of Earth's tilt, the key that rotates sunlight, we realize that the planet's motion is not only a story of space, but also of time. In the universe, nothing spins without leaving a trace of time, and no orbit is ever truly closed. Each motion carries a tiny deviation, a drift too subtle for us to feel. Thus, when we speak of 1 year seemingly just a circle around the sun, the concept is actually far more complex, delicate, and nuanced. A year is not merely one revolution. It is a symphony of rhythms, the rhythm of seasons, the rhythm of stars, the rhythm of humans, and even the rhythm of clocks attempting to measure time with sunlight. In our memory, a year is the span between similar moments. Last year's New Year to this year's, last birthday to the next, past spring to the upcoming. But through the eyes of the universe, 1 year is far from simple. Earth does not orbit the sun in a perfect loop. It tilts, wobbles, and shifts slightly with each rotation. And so, each year is slightly longer or shorter, each revolution slightly offset from the previous. There is the tropical year, the year of seasons, the sidereal year, the year of stars, the human year, the Gregorian calendar. Each type of year is an effort to synchronize human life with the rhythm of the heavens, to measure the invisible. Time. The tropical year is the year of life, measured from one vernal equinox to the next, the moment Earth tilts so day and night are equal, until it repeats. It is the year in which plants, flowers, crops, climate, and life itself pulse with rhythm. Humans experience it through touch, sight, and daily life, not numbers. A tropical year lasts approximately 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 45 seconds, slightly shorter than the sidereal year. This small difference requires us to occasionally add or subtract a day in the calendar to stay aligned with the seasons. The sidereal year, by contrast, is the year of the universe, measured by Earth's rotation relative to distant stars. It is about 20 minutes longer than the tropical year. Such a tiny difference is barely perceptible. Yet in the cosmos, small deviations are long stories. Because of Earth's tilt and precession, its gentle wobble like a spinning top each year. Its orientation shifts slightly, so while the sun returns to the same position relative to the stars, Earth has tilted slightly relative to itself. The tropical year measures the seasons, the sidereal year measures position, and between the two is a small gap of 20 minutes, enough to desynchronize the calendar by hundreds of days over millennia, if uncorrected. Thus, humans created a bridge, the Gregorian calendar, the solar calendar we use today. It arose as an attempt to align humanity with the heavens, so daily life would not drift from the cosmic rhythm. Before this, the Julian calendar, simple yet gradually misaligned over centuries, caused seasons to shift. By the 16th century, the vernal equinox, once March 21, had drifted to March 11. Spring, Easter, and agricultural days were disrupted. To restore alignment, Pope Gregory XIII decreed the removal of 10 days in October 1582 and established leap years every 4 years, except centuries not divisible by 400, a sophisticated formula ensuring humanity's year remains synchronized with the tropical year, with an error of less than a day over 3,000 years. The beauty lies in this. Though small and fragile, humans always strive to move with the universe. We cannot control the sun, but we can adjust our clocks. We cannot stop time, but we can repair it, like adding a leap second to catch up with a slowing planet. For Earth does not rotate evenly. Lunar gravity moves the oceans, creating tides, and these immense frictions slow Earth's spin slightly, just a few thousandths of a second each day. Small, yet over centuries. Atomic clocks, precise to billionths of a second, would surpass Earth. So humans add a second, a leap second, to align our clocks with our planet. 1 second, a thread connecting humanity to the cosmos. 1 second to remember, we live not in time of our making, but in Earth's time. Think about it. What could be more beautiful than a civilization waiting 1 second to move in step with its planet? 1 second, imperceptible, yet filled with the spirit of cosmic patience. Even Earth is imperfect. It slows, accelerates, tilts slightly, and shifts slightly. And humans, rather than trying to control it, choose to harmonize with it. This is a form of respect, a rare humility in the age of technology. We still bow to the rhythm of earth and sky, but the story of time does not end there. Einstein's theory of relativity shook the foundations once been taken for granted. He demonstrated that time is not absolute, it can slow or speed up depending on velocity and gravity. A clock in orbit, where gravity is weaker and motion faster, ticks faster than one on Earth. The difference is tiny, only a few billionths of a second per day. Yet, if ignored, GPS systems relying on satellite clocks would be off by hundreds of meters. A theory seemingly distant, yet affecting every phone, every journey, every human path. It is astonishing to think that to see the correct time on a screen, hundreds of satellites orbiting Earth must live in slightly different times, and computers must calculate adjustments down to billionths of a second. The universe always seems to teach us. Even the tiniest error can shift the world if unnoticed. A year, then, is not just a revolution, but a continuous calibration between humans and the heavens. We measure, adjust, mend, add seconds, subtract days, like a patient artisan tuning strings to perfect a melody. Yet has any melody ever been perfect? Every year, Earth slows slightly. The moon drifts farther, and time itself stretches. What we call a year today will be different millions of years hence. Time, like a river, never flows through the same stretch twice. If you watch a clock, seeing the hands move steadily, remember that behind this regularity are countless corrections, compensations, and acts of care. Like life, we may feel days are the same, Yet no day truly repeats. Some days feel longer in happiness, others shorter in haste. Some years pass in a flash, others stretch like a lifetime. Physical time may be precise, but emotional time is never uniform. Perhaps each of us has our own leap-second moments we add to life to keep pace with living, loving, remembering. When we speak of a year, we also speak of a revolution of ourselves. We return to the start, but we are not the same. Like Earth orbiting the Sun, each rotation differs slightly. Each year brings new stars, new memories. We age, yet grow brighter, like a planet refining its orbit with each turn. And it is delightful to realize that humanity has used the language of the cosmos to create the language of time. Calendars do more than count days. They are the music of light. Each day, each month, is a note in this symphony. Farmers check planting days. Artists check days of creation. Lovers mark reunion days, all guided by the sun's motion, by Earth's rotation. We do not merely live in time. We live with time. And the wonder is, we cannot conquer it. Only step in rhythm with it. Like dancing with an old friend. Sometimes near, sometimes far. On quiet nights, when all seems still. Remember this. Even if the wall clock stops, time flows. It does not need hands, nor numbers. It moves in every speck of dust, every ray of light, every heartbeat. Earth still spins, completing a year whether we count it or not. A year is not just 4 seasons, not merely 365 days, but a journey of continuity, a journey in which humans, with all science and intellect, remain small students gazing at the cosmos, trying to understand its heartbeat. And perhaps the most precious truth is this: even understanding that time stretches, clocks err, calendars adjust, seconds are added, humanity still cherishes the notion of a year. For it is not just a unit of measure, but a rhythm for emotion. Each year is a chapter we write, erase, begin again. Each season is a mood, each day a small song. Together, they form the epic of life. So when someone asks, what is a year? You can smile and say, a year is Earth's revolution around the sun, and also the heart's revolution around hope. For as long as hope remains, time is never an enemy. It is merely the current carrying us through different experiences. And when we return to the same place, we are changed. Tonight, as you hear these words, let your heart drift slowly. Imagine the planet spinning, not hurried, not slow, just enough to create another year of life. Perhaps somewhere beyond, an atomic clock adds a second to the world to correct the planet's subtle discrepancies. And you just take a deep breath. Listen to your heartbeat. That is your way of mending your own time. 1 second for peace, 1 second for the light within. Because it is in these tiny pauses that we truly feel a year, not just a revolution, but a journey of awakening. So, as we close the story of temporal rhythms and the never-identical cycles, we realize another gentle truth. Earth, the small planet we call home, is never alone on its journey. In the vastness of space, where everything seems distant and cold, there are silent companions, supporting, sustaining, shielding, and sometimes simply twinkling beside it, as if whispering, "You are not alone." Our planet spins, yet not in isolation. And within this resonance, we find the beauty of connection. a polyphonic music composed by the universe long before humans wrote a single note. Earth is not alone as it turns. This may sound like a gentle reminder, yet it is a profoundly human truth written in the language of astronomy. We live in a solar system where every planet has its role, and amidst countless silent gaps, invisible relationships maintain stability. Start with Earth's closest companion, the Moon, not merely a satellite. It is an ancient witness, a loyal companion that has never left our side. Not for a single night. From its earliest formation as a fiery rock, Earth carried the Moon as a fragment of itself. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, a Mars-sized body called Theia collided with Earth, and from the debris of that impact, the Moon was born. In a sense, the Moon is Earth's child and destiny. It was created from the same explosion, the same mineral bloodline, the same breath of Genesis. Since then, it has orbited its mother slowly, faithfully, as if afraid she would be lonely in the void. But the Moon is not just a companion, it is a keeper of rhythm. Every day, it pulls the oceans up and down, creating the tides. Waves rise, waves fall, a subtle rhythm, yet immensely powerful. Without the Moon, the oceans would be too still. Without their cyclical mixing, and life in its earliest form might never have emerged. The first tides, in primordial times, pushed creatures from the sea toward the shore, from water onto land, ushering in the era of terrestrial life. The Moon, with its gentle yet persistent gravitational pull, became the midwife of life. Beyond raising tides, the Moon stabilizes Earth's axial tilt. Without it, the 23.4 degrees tilt, the source of seasons and climate stability, would swing wildly. Imagine the tilt suddenly jumping from 60 degrees to 10 degrees. Climates would become chaotic. Ice would melt and freeze. Crops could not survive, and humanity might never have built civilization. The Moon holds that tilt steady, like a hand resting on your shoulder during turbulence, reminding, stay calm, everything will return to its path. In this sense, the Moon is a symbol of balance, soft, feminine, light as a thread, yet enduring as time itself. If the Moon is a friend by our side, then Jupiter is the distant protector, the gatekeeper of the solar system. With a mass more than 300 times that of Earth, Jupiter exerts enough gravity to bend the paths of wandering comets, asteroids, and stray icy fragments. Over billions of years, it has absorbed or deflected countless celestial bodies that might have collided with Earth. Without Jupiter, our planet might have been destroyed hundreds of times, each collision an extinction event. In this way, Jupiter is the eldest sibling of the planetary family, a silent warrior taking blows on behalf of the younger sibling. On clear nights, if you look up and see a star brighter than the others, that may be Jupiter. It does not twinkle like a star, but shines steadily, calmly, like an ever-watchful eye guarding Earth. In the universe, the most powerful forces are often the quietest. Jupiter, with its massive Great Red Spot storm raging for centuries, maintains planetary stability. Thanks to it, Earth spins peacefully, nurturing life without living in daily fear that any day might be its last. Along its journey around the Sun, Earth also encounters countless passing friends, streams of cosmic dust, remnants of long-gone comets, drifting through space. Each year, as Earth passes through these dust streams, its atmosphere lights up in meteor showers. The planet, in a sense, passes through memory, touching the traces of time. Tiny grains, smaller than sand, blaze into the atmosphere at tens of kilometers per second, burning and vanishing. From the ground, humans look up, seeing them as blessings, hopes falling from the sky. When you lie in the grass on an August night, watching Perseids streak across, remember, it is not merely a beautiful phenomenon. It is a record of the journey. Earth does not travel through space. It passes through regions rich with dust, light, and memory. Each streak is a reminder that the planet has its own course, scheduled rendezvous with dust streams, and each encounter gifts us a light show. Meteor showers not only amaze us, but remind us that everything in this journey has cycles, memories, and birthdays repeated in light. Earth is not alone. Every movement is tied to a relationship. The sun draws it, the moon pulls it, Jupiter protects it, and surrounding dust, comets, and celestial bodies weave a vast web that keeps the solar system stable. Nothing spins alone. Nothing drifts in isolation. Even the solar system itself revolves around the Milky Way's center, and the Milky Way moves within a larger galaxy cluster, layers upon layers, like enormous interlocking gears, spinning together in infinite silence. Perhaps the most astonishing thing is this: we humans are not alone either. When we look at the moon, we see ourselves. When we observe Jupiter, we see our invisible guardian. Watching meteor showers, we witness the solar system's past igniting, and with each inhale and exhale, every oxygen molecule may carry remnants of stars that died billions of years ago. Everything is connected by a slender thread, gravity and memory. Some say the universe is cold because it is silent. Yet perhaps it is not cold. It is merely quiet, like a mother who does not speak but always watches. The sun warms us. The moon lifts the sea. Jupiter stands distant, shielding us from danger. Even the tiny dust particles Earth passes through offer fleeting gifts of light. If this is not love, what else could it be? In truth, when we say Earth is not alone, we are also speaking about ourselves. Each person is like a small planet with a private orbit, solitary at times, yet with satellites, loved ones, memories, bonds. Even when we feel lost in the space of emotions, there is always something or someone pulling us back onto our path, like the moon pulling the seas to shore, like Jupiter curving the orbits of danger, like dust forming meteor showers to remind us that we are seen. Human life, though small, operates by the same law. No one is truly alone. Even in remote places, invisible forces draw you near: love, memory, or perhaps just the gaze of a friend who hasn't yet said goodbye. In the planet's rotation, everything is connected through imperceptible rhythms. And when you feel lonely, simply look up. There, the moon watches over you, sharing an orbit, passing through the long night, waiting for dawn. Earth has companions, and so do we. Each person has their own moon, something that stabilizes the heart, steadies the emotional axis, and reminds us that everything will return to its place. Sometimes it is a person, sometimes a memory, sometimes just a song heard before sleep, calming the mind. And perhaps, as we lie listening to these stories, we are also playing the role of moon for someone else, guiding them through mental tides, easing the seasonal storms within their hearts. Perhaps this is what the universe wants to teach us through each planetary motion. All life exists in connection. There is no true solitude, only unrecognized companionship. Earth has the moon. Jupiter has its massive satellites. The sun has the planets orbiting it. And we, humans, we have each other. We spin, rotate, drift together in a vast space, sharing the same light, the same breath. Tonight, if you look up and see the moon suspended above, smile softly. It has been there for billions of years, patiently orbiting, keeping the world balanced. Remember Jupiter, standing distant, silently guarding. Remember meteor showers, the dust we pass through. They are not mere remnants, but evidence that we have history, a path, light. And remember, even if you feel small in this universe, the planet you stand upon is surrounded by its most faithful companions, those that have never left, even for a single orbit. The long night will pass, the moon will set, Jupiter will disappear behind the dawn, meteor showers will fade, but the orbit remains, the connections remain. Earth still spins, and in every movement it has companions. Just as you, quietly listening to these words, have someone spinning with you in the same cosmic space, even if you cannot yet see them. And as we close the story of the planet not alone, with its silent companions like the moon, Jupiter, and gentle meteor showers, perhaps we should pause to look around to listen to the silence Earth lives within. Sometimes, what seems still conceals countless movements. In the vast space between the sun and Earth, there is an invisible flow we cannot see or hear, yet it gently touches the planet every second. Scientists call this space weather, a weather without rain or wind, yet powerful enough to disrupt signals, make auroras dance, and stir our hearts with the universe's astonishing beauty. Space weather. It sounds paradoxical. When we think of weather, we think of clouds, wind, and rain. Space, we imagine, is silent, empty, yet within that void exist streams of energy, protons, electrons, and ions racing from the sun at millions of kilometers per hour. They have no smell, no form, yet they are the sun's breath, the solar wind. This wind is not gentle. It sweeps across planets, through vast distances, carrying anger, whispers, and sometimes fierce storms of the cosmos. Every second, the sun ejects billions of tons of matter, forming a vast stream called the solar wind. When these charged particles reach Earth, they cannot penetrate the surface because our planet is wrapped in an invisible shield. The magnetosphere. Imagine Earth as a gigantic spinning iron ball, generating a strong magnetic field. This field stretches tens of thousands of kilometers, bending the solar wind and pushing most of its energy away. Thanks to it, our atmosphere is not blown away, and life can breathe safely within the fragile shell of air. Without the magnetosphere, Earth would be like Mars, once a planet with rivers and lakes, now barren and dry, its atmosphere stripped by solar winds. The magnetosphere is an electromagnetic armor, a silent sentinel standing at the boundary between light and dark, between life and destruction. It is not a rigid wall, but a soft yet steadfast blanket, cushioning each cosmic impact, each wave of solar energy. When the solar wind interacts with the magnetosphere, it is not merely blocked, it is bent, forming vast electromagnetic waves, like ripples from a stone cast into water. Near the poles, where the magnetic field opens, some of these energetic particles enter the atmosphere. They collide with gas molecules, mostly oxygen and nitrogen, making them glow. These are the auroras, magical ribbons of light that many dream of seeing at least once in their lifetime. Auroras are not only a physical phenomenon, they are the poetry of the cosmos. When green, pink, and violet ribbons curl across the night sky, we witness a conversation between the sun and Earth. The star sends greetings, and our planet replies with a brilliant dance. On the ground, all may seem calm, but hundreds of kilometers above, a performance of energy, electromagnetism, and life protection unfolds in silence. Yet sometimes, the solar wind grows intense. The sun does not just blow, it erupts. Earth has been doing this for billions of years, sustaining the flow of life amidst the universe's storms of energy. And humans, in their own lives, are perhaps learning the same lesson: how to maintain inner peace amid life's collisions. Like the magnetosphere, it cannot stop the storm, but it can transform it into light. When you see the aurora, don't just admire the beauty. Notice the resilience of this planet, a beauty born from collisions, not destructive ones, but those that generate light. Just like in humans, sometimes the deepest wounds, the strongest impacts, are what make us shine, understand ourselves better, and glow in our own unique way. The universe always reminds us through miraculous images. The aurora is the sun's love letter to Earth, radiant, intense, and full of generosity. The magnetosphere is Earth's reply, silent, protective, patient, like a mother. Between these extremes, energy and stillness, fire and wind, giving and receiving life is preserved, and we, small yet fortunate, live within this moment, wrapped in the gentle electromagnetic blanket, listening to the sun and earth communicate through music without sound. Perhaps every time you turn on your phone, play a song, or read these words, somewhere in the ionosphere above, millions of energetic particles are being bent aside so your signal passes safely. Every stable Wi-Fi connection, every clear call, is thanks to the invisible patience of that magnetic shield. We live in an electronic world, often forgetting that the universe's electricity is being regulated every second, so that we may connect in peace. Earth not only protects life, it protects civilization. When electricity, satellites, and technology become humanity's lifeblood, solar storms are no longer just natural phenomena. They are reminders of our dependence on something greater. No matter how modern we are, humans remain children under Earth's blanket, trembling yet warmed. Perhaps it is this humility that makes us more human. So tonight, as you hear these words, imagine that, out there at the invisible boundary between sun and earth, a wind is blowing, a blanket is vibrating, and a ribbon of light is dancing. Let your heart be calm like earth amid the solar storm. Calm, not because there is no wind, but because you trust that someone or something is quietly protecting you. And perhaps, in that stillness, you will hear the true sound of the universe, the whisper of light touching the magnetosphere, drawing a lullaby across the sky for all humanity. And as we move past the story of space weather, the solar winds blowing through the magnetosphere, painting auroras, cradling the planet in a gentle magnetic blanket, we realize there are movements even slower, deeper, more profound. Movements are measured not in days or years, but tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Earth does not only orbit the sun, it wobbles, shifts shape, changes rhythm, like a dancer in an endlessly unfolding melody. And these silent changes, over millions of years, have shaped climate, seasons, and the history of life. This is the story of the Milankovitch cycles, how the geometry of the universe writes the climate diary of our blue planet. Over long timescales, Earth is not a clock running uniformly. It is a clock with a heartbeat, with breath, with natural fluctuations in its own rhythm, tiny oscillations in orbit, in axial tilt, in rotation, all combine into long melodies, and each note in this symphony influences ice ages and warming periods. Serbian scientist Milutin Milankovic dedicated his life to understanding this. He looked at the sky not only with the eyes of an astronomer but with the heart of a poet. He saw Earth as a dancer in the sun's music, and that music, though silent, makes the entire planet resonate. There are three main rhythms in this dance. First, eccentricity. Earth's orbit around the Sun is not a perfect circle, but slightly elliptical, and this ellipse fluctuates over about 100,000 years. When the orbit is more elongated, Earth is much closer to the Sun at one point, and farther at another, making temperature extremes more pronounced. When the orbit is rounder, the distance changes less, and the climate is milder. Such small deformations on an astronomical scale are enough to melt ice, raise seas, or, conversely, thicken ice sheets and extend ice ages. Second, axial tilt. Earth's 23.4 degrees tilt is not fixed. Over time, it oscillates between about 22.1 degrees and 24.5 degrees in cycles of roughly 41,000 years. A greater tilt amplifies seasonal contrasts, hotter summers, colder winters. A smaller tilt softens the seasons, but snow in winter may not fully melt in summer, gradually accumulating into perennial ice. Even a tiny 1-degree change can determine the boundary between ice ages and warm periods. Third, precession. The wobble of Earth's axis, like a spinning top tilting gradually in a new direction. Each wobble lasts about 26,000 years. Precession shifts the timing of Earth's perihelion relative to the seasons. Sometimes, the northern hemisphere experiences perihelion in winter, making winter warmer, summer milder. Other times, it's the opposite. Summer is hotter, ice melts faster. This slow shift moves climate rhythms like the slow heartbeat of a living planet. These three rhythms, eccentricity, axial tilt, precession, combine into a complex harmony. When in phase, when eccentricity is strong, tilt large, and precession aligns summer with perihelion. Earth warms, ice melts, oceans rise. When out of phase, the planet enters an ice age. Historical glaciations, kilometers thick, ice covering Europe, North America, Asia, align with Milankovic cycles. No war or volcano alone could cause such profound changes. Only the universe's geometry, cold numbers, and angles scripts the climate destiny of the planet. Ice core drilling in Greenland or Antarctica reveals trapped air bubbles like diary pages. Each layer records CO2 levels, temperature, and humidity over hundreds of thousands of years. Remarkably, these records match Milankovic's calculations. Whenever the orbit shifts, climate shifts. Every silent orbit leaves a letter in the planet's diary, like an author writing with invisible ink. On this long scale, humans appear only at the very end of a diary page. Looking back, we see ice ages coming and going. Ice advances, retreats, then advances again. Seas rise, fall, rise. Continents open, close. Sometimes these fluctuations create opportunities for life to evolve. Harsh climates force adaptation, and from this adversity emerges intelligence. Humans are perhaps the result of such a cold cycle born from the universe's snowstorms to ignite the first flame. From afar, Earth seems like a slow dancer. Each subtle tilt alters the rhythm of life. A long exhale is an era of climate, when the planet tilts, wobbles, and shifts rhythm. It not only reshapes seas and continents, but also writes its own memories. Glacial ranges, sediment layers, petrified forests, all are letters in the blue planet's diary. The miracle is that Earth does not record with letters, but with geometry. Tilt, orbit, cycles, that is its language. And when we learn to read it, we understand that the universe is not silent. It speaks in numbers, in traces. Every quiet orbit is a sentence, every ice age is a paragraph, and every warming period is a period before the story continues. Today, when we talk about climate change, many forget that Earth's climate has always changed. The difference now is that humans have accelerated their rhythm. If Milankovitch wrote slow chapters spanning thousands of years, humans now write hurried lines over a few short centuries. Yet, whether natural or artificial, this rhythm remains an extension of history. By industry, by energy, by smoke, we touch the planet's keyboard, and Earth responds with new music. Heavier rains, faster ice melt, warming oceans, shifting currents, a gentle but profound truth. Earth never stops self-adjusting. When it is too hot, it cools itself. When too cold, it restores balance. The Milankovitch cycles are that natural rhythm, the rhythm of recovery, but humans, with our speed, have made the rhythm abrupt. If Earth is the conductor, we small creatures are playing the music faster than the original score. One day, perhaps, the planet will adjust again in its own way to restore the correct rhythm. Imagine the planet as an elderly musician at a piano. Each key is a cycle. Eccentricity, tilt, precession. He plays the same piece for millions of years, each time with a subtle variation. We humans are latecomers, spectators, listening to a section in an endless concert. We think we understand the music so that we can change the melody. But in truth, the musician continues to play, steadily, silently writing the climate's symphony. There is a deep beauty in realizing Earth's history is a blend of mathematics and emotion. Mathematics in orbit, tilt, cycles, emotion in ice melting then forming, forests dying then regrowing, species disappearing then evolving. Amid Milankovitch's dry numbers, we still feel a pulse, the pulse of life. And perhaps that is what makes this planet unique. It does not merely rotate, it lives. If you sit under the night sky, looking at the Milky Way, imagine how many stories are being written in each smooth orbit. The cold of an ice age, the warmth of a warm period, the waves lapping newly formed shores, all are lines in Earth's diary. And each breath you take, you live inside a chapter of that book. Perhaps hundreds of thousands of years from now, what we do today, roads, buildings, smoke, will become a thin layer in sediment for someone far in the future to read and understand that once humans existed and dreamed. Perhaps that is why this planet is so endearing. It does not judge, it simply records. It lets time write its marks. Ice, rock, rivers, dust, trees, humans, and it continues to spin, slowly, steadily, as if saying, I have time, you may live. And in this slow rhythm, we learn the deepest lesson. Every movement leaves a trace, and every trace is a memory of life. Earth does not speak, it just spins. Yet, in each silent rotation, it tells a story. And if we are patient enough to listen, gentle enough to look into ice, rock, wind, We can read each letter that this planet writes in the geometry of the universe. Curves, cycles, repetitions, all composing an epic of time. Tonight, as you close your eyes, imagine beneath you lies soil that has witnessed millions of years of change. Above you, the sky where orbits continue to shift, and between them, you, a small human living in a moment of eternity. Earth still spins, quietly, yet not stagnant. It is writing another chapter in the language of wind, ice, and light, and perhaps, tonight, your breath will become a tiny period in the blue planet's long diary. And as we close the story of the Milankovitch cycles, the slow oscillations of orbit, tilt, and precession, we almost hear the faint breath of the planet. Those rotations lasting tens of thousands of years are not just calculations of the universe, but the heartbeat of a colossal living being. And then we reach the final chapter of this journey, where Earth completes an orbit around the Sun, where we think we can place a period at the end of a year, an orbit, a motion. But no, the end of a cycle is not a period, it is a breath. And in that breath, there is something very human, very gentle, very worthy of reverence. For in truth, Earth does not stop to rest. When it completes an orbit, it is only beginning another. What we call the end of the year is, to the planet, only a soft exhale, a natural repetition of life's rhythm. Within the closed orbit lies the opening of time. Within the seemingly perfect circle, countless small variations exist, like a human heartbeat that never beats evenly. And so, each time the planet completes its orbit around the Sun, we too are invited to pause and listen to the rhythm of our own hearts, that tiny pulse that connects us to the entire universe. On the celestial map, Earth's journey is a regular, silent ellipse, but in human experience, it is a sequence of changing moments. Summer fading, autumn arriving, winter freezing, spring blossoming. Each day, light slides differently across walls. The wind shifts direction, and the air smells subtly new. We call it the passage of time, but perhaps more accurately, the planet is breathing. Each year, Earth orbits the Sun, compressing winter and exhales spring. In that breath, all living things transform. Ancient forests awaken, seeds crack, and humans gain another year. Not because time forces it, but because the universe invites us to move forward. There is a strange thing. The more we understand astronomy, the smaller we feel. Yet, simultaneously, the closer to Earth we become, because we begin to realize that every grand motion out there is mirrored within our own bodies. As Earth orbits the Sun, our blood circulates. As the planet tilts, our moods shift with the light. As it completes a rotation, we close a chapter in life. Perhaps the universe and humans are two ways of telling the same story. The story of life continuing. The end of a cycle is not a period, it is a breath. It sounds like a lullaby, but it is, in fact, a gentle truth. In life, we are used to seeing things through beginnings and endings. We think each passing year is a loss, each completed day a closed chapter, but Earth is different. It does not have the end of the year or new year, only continuous rotations uninterrupted, without judgment. The planet does not fear aging, does not lament days gone by. It simply spins. And perhaps it is this persistence, this quiet, steady consistency, that is Earth's greatest lesson for us. Live like an orbit. Fear no ending, only only know how to breathe onward. Each time the planet completes a rotation around the sun, the sunlight hitting our walls changes angle, the noon shadows shift, and the dust particles floating in the air dance in the new light. These tiny changes often go unnoticed, but they are signs that Earth has completed another orbit, and we are still here, still alive, still witnesses. Perhaps gratitude for silent motion begins with noticing these small things. How morning sunlight touches a glass of water, how the wind slips through leaves, how our heartbeat resonates within our chest. In truth, Earth's silence is a language. It does not speak or sing, but it tells stories. Each rotation is a story. It tells how light passes through the atmosphere to change the sky's colors, how water vapor rises and returns as rain, and how rivers flow without ever truly disappearing. It tells of billions of years that never stopped, of ice ages and radiant summers, of creatures born, dying, and being born again. Each silent rotation may seem repetitive, but it is always new, for no moment in the universe is ever the same. And we, tiny humans, are invited to do the same. Whenever we close a year, a journey, a relationship, we can choose to see it as an end or as the next breath. If we shift our perspective, we will see that in every ending, a breath of life waits to be inhaled. Like Earth, never stopping to start anew, each of its closed orbits is a reminder. Continue, but gently. It is also beautiful to think that in each of these rotations, Earth teaches us to listen. Not with our ears, but with our hearts. Listen to the changing light on the wall. Notice the passage of time in quiet. Listen to floating dust. Notice the beauty of the small and fragile. Listen to your heartbeat. Realize that life continues, no matter how vast the universe outside. In the steady spin of the planet, we learn to live slowly, to settle, to cultivate gratitude. Perhaps the greatest miracle of gratitude for silent motion is that it helps us realize the most beautiful things in life happen in silence. Trees grow without noise. Ice melts without speaking. Light streams through a window without asking permission. Earth revolves around the sun in quiet. And it is precisely that silence that provides the background music for everything else to resonate. If the planet screamed each time it rotated, if the universe were loud, could we hear our own heartbeat? In truth, silence is not emptiness. It is the space where life can resonate. When we sit still, we hear the clock, the wind, and our own breathing. When Earth spins quietly, life has space to unfold. Therefore, the planet's silence is not frightening. It is a kind of trust. Trust that everything will continue, even if we do not control it. From space, Earth appears as a small blue dot rotating steadily, but if we could truly listen, we would hear its sounds. Rivers flowing, leaves rustling, the hearts of billions of creatures beating together. That is the symphony of life. And each year, that music writes another chapter. When the orbit closes, the music does not stop. It only quiets for a moment, then resounds again with the seasons. When humans began counting years, creating calendars, and marking dates, we were merely trying to synchronize our lives with the planet's rhythm. But sometimes, in the hurry of the times, we forget that behind those numbers lies a real rotation with light, with darkness, with Earth's pulse moving through space. We say, the old year passes, the new year comes, but in truth, the planet has only exhaled. It is neither sad nor joyful, neither regretful nor longing. It simply breathes and teaches us how to let go of what has passed to inhale the new. Perhaps that is why, when we stand at the stroke of midnight, watching fireworks explode, our hearts feel tender. Deep down, we know that moment is not merely a human beginning, but a cosmic one. Earth has completed an orbit and invites us to continue the journey with it. We feel gratitude not just for living another year, but for still standing on this planet, watching it spin in silence, feeling the warmth of the sun and the generosity of the night sky. Each time we see the changing light on the wall, morning, noon, afternoon, it is a rotation of the earth, giving us a new perspective. Each time dust sparkles in sunlight, it is proof that light has traveled through space, touched matter, and created life. And each time we place a hand on our chest and feel the heartbeat, it is proof that we are aligned with the planet in the same rhythm. These seemingly small things are the threads connecting humanity and the universe, pieces of the same never-ending symphony. Earth does not need applause for completing an orbit, but it deserves gratitude. If it slowed down even slightly, life would be drastically different. If it stopped, everything would vanish in an instant. Yet for billions of years, it persists, without complaint, without demand, simply spinning in perfect rhythm, in perfect direction, like a silent mother caring for each of her children. That stability is something we often forget, but it is the foundation for all dreams, all plans, all breaths. And perhaps when we understand this, gratitude for silent motion is no longer a distant philosophy. It is simply learning to pause amidst life's busyness, to listen to the planet spinning beneath our feet. It is looking up at the sky and realizing that behind the light is a closed orbit, and we are part of that motion. It is exhaling, inhaling, knowing that this is also how Earth breathes with the sun, with the atmosphere, with distant winds. The end of a rotation, not a period, but a breath. Each orbit is a pulse of life, each season a heartbeat, each year a lullaby. If you are hearing these words before sleep, let your heart flow with that rhythm. Let the worries of yesterday close like Earth completing an orbit, and open your breath for tomorrow. This planet never stops, and it never ceases to love life. Tonight, as you close your eyes, imagine, somewhere out there, Earth is still drifting, quietly drawing a perfect orbit around the Sunday. The light changes on the wall, dust still floats, and your heart continues to beat. Three simple things, three proofs that this planet still lives, and so do you. In the vastness of the universe, that is enough to be grateful for, to live, to breathe, to rotate with Earth that is already a miracle. You may close your eyes now and let your thoughts fade like morning mist. If your mind still wanders, let it continue its journey to the next video, where we dive deeper into the mysteries of the soul. If your body is tired, let this sound lull you into sleep. No need to try, just breathe, and remember, everything you seek is already resting quietly within yourself.